Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that...
Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Fernandez.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy, Rodrigo de Paul, is one of the very best when it comes to moving the ball into the final third. And the stats back that up. He's so good at breaking lines, he just seems to know instinctively the spaces he can exploit.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Now it's Messi.
Nico Williams. Not the most accurate pass.
Oh, that's a key interception.
So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Romero and Medina. Romero.
Either side yet able to force a breakthrough here. De Paul.
Good ball, good take.
He's under a lot of pressure there. Fabian Ruiz did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
Lisandro Martinez kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Always Dani Olmo! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Dani Olmo clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
Montiel. Nico Williams does well to get it back.
He's got away.
Fernandez. He's having a hit! Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
And it's Cucurella.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Martinez. McAllister.
It's a really well-measured ball.
Cucurella getting forward. That's rather hopeful. Fernandez. And he cuts out the supply.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Spain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
McAllister. Medina.
He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot!
They've got to be quick to recover this. McAllister to Martinez. Almada. And that is a little undercooked. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Cucurella
is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. De Paul. Half-time getting close now. Now it's Messi. Nico Williams. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Fernandes. Just eases him off the ball. And it's made its way to him. And it's Messi. Great vision. Can he get onto this? Nico Williams kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he's managed to get rid. And the referee says that is that for the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So neither side has found a way through yet.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Martinez.
Spain couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Almada. Fernandes. He's had it taken off him. Laporte. Kubasi. And Jamal. Dani Olmo. And it's Ruiz. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Messi. Quality ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Montiel. And Fernandes. Romero. To Martinez. That's going wide left. Oh, that's fabulous.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Now it's Oyarzabal. Pedro Porro. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Now it's Martinez. And this is Messi. Laporte. Rodri. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Now, can they get him away? Well timed, excellent interception. De Paul. Now it's Messi. And it's Laporte. De Paul. McAllister. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Messi. Knocks it into space. And it's Porro. Pau Kubasi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Kubasi. Now Pedro Porro. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Oh, no, that was never going to make it.
Argentina appear determined to play through the middle again. And guess what? It's the same result.
And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Martinez. Almada. Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Rodri. Fabian Ruiz. Now Nico Williams. Fabian Ruiz.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Picked out brilliant, and the shot! It's bounced back off the post. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Oyarzabal. Medina spots it and intercepts.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Messi. And it's McAllister. He's on it, can he get away? Takes the shot! What a hit, the save was firm. And time is up. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a true heavyweight. Oyarzabal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. There's the header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Kubasi. Yamal. Now it's Martinez. And he's had it nicked away. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, someone I really like, Peter, is Lautaro Martinez. The graft, the energy, the dynamism, he's got all those properties we expect from South American forwards. And he's also someone who's quite happy to drop back, whether to receive the ball or to make up defensive numbers.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Now it's Oyarzabal. That's destined for the flank. Now it's Williams. Medina. Tries to pass it through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Still goalless at the moment. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Romero. And it's Ruiz. Oyarzabal. Fernandez. Now it's Messi. For De Paul. Just eases him off the ball. Fabian Ruiz stood his ground strongly. Rodri. Oh, terrible pass. He's had it taken off him. Pedro Porro. Yamal. And here's Oyarzabal. This looks promising. Big chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Nico Williams really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Cucurella does really well to win the ball there. Knocks it out wide. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That is ended up in no man's land. Fernandes. And this is Messi. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Now it's Dani Olmo. Now this could be a chance. Real chance here. Real chance! That's a lovely, neat pass. Played out to the left flank. Almada. Now that looks a decent ball. Romero spots it and intercepts. McAllister over to the right flank. And he was quick to react. It's a good run he's making out on the left. And that's aimed into the middle. Medina clears. Can he get on the end of this? And he's there to get it away. Yamal gets into a good position. Threads one in.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Stood up well to him there. Goes looking wide. Almada. He is through here! Pedro Porro. And it's Olmo. McAllister does well to get it back. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. Pau Kubasi gets over and intercepts. Cucurella gets on his bike and on the move. And the referee has signalled for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
It's a bit disappointing the way the team couldn't make the most of what looked like a pretty high-octane start, Peter. But this break should give them enough time to rediscover their focus and intent and start the second half in a similar manner. They have to keep believing.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. Back on the way then.
Spain clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Romero. Martinez. Almada. And Fernandes. Aims beyond the defence. Knocks it into space. Yamal lays it forward. Quality ball. Nico Williams. And it's Cucurella. Here's Rodri. Turns back here, probably the best option. Dani Olmo. Nice sequence of passes, this. Nicely weighted ball. Martinez. Oh, he's all alone. Shapes to shoot. Tries to get it clear. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Nil-nil still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Almost an hour gone. And he's found a way past. Not the most convincing of passes. He has found a way through. Goes down, but nothing given. Cucurella. Spread to the right. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. He's not got that quite right. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Yamal. McAllister. Now it's Martinez. Now it's Messi. He shifted it to the flank. Almada. So much time and space here. Yamal. Yamal carries the ball down the right. Not the most accurate pass. McAllister. It's a pretty loose pass. Romero promptly onto that, and that is that. De Paul. And it's Rodrigo De Paul. He's got away. And that has not gone well.
Spain seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
Fernandez running with the ball. Now it's Martinez.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Argentina choosing to make the first change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
And the keeper's got it again. Martinez. Tagliafico. He's shifting through the gears here. Closing. And the shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Pedro Porro plays it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Martinez.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
And here's Dani Olmo. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Kubasi.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Space for him to turn and look. It's not an especially good pass, that. That is good alertness. Simeone. Nico Williams making good progress. So just one extra minute for stoppages. Now it's Yamal. Foot in. And that is as far as it goes. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Spain certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different.
Way off the ball! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Spain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Defending of the desperate variety. Yamal. That's going to go a long way. Out of play for a throw. Rodri. And it's Ruiz. Dani Olmo. He's having a hit! No, just not quite.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
That is ended up in no man's land. Oyarzabal goes for a shot! Goal! Spain! And there is your opener. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Argentina really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Argentina finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Messi. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Lisandro Martinez makes the interception. Quarter of an hour played. And they're quick to get it back. Montiel. Spain very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. Nico Williams. It's a good surge, he's making up the left-hand side. McAllister, and it's Messi. Messi running with intent. Knocks it out wide. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And here's the pull. It's made its way to him. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Williams. Almada, and he thumps it clear. And Medina. McAllister. Messi. Distributed tidily. He's in plenty of space here. And that's out of reach. Big chance! He's got a goal! Argentina are level. Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Tries to play it through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Fernandez. Now it's Messi. And reclaimed it in a trice. Fernandez. And this is Messi. Now it's to Paul. Montiel. And he cuts out the supply.
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball.
De Paul. Fabian Ruiz. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And Martinez! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Unsurprisingly, he's been quick to apologise. If you lean backwards, the results are normally high and wide.
And this is Messi, engages and forces him off the ball. Foot in. Now it's Messi. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Yamal. And it's Porro. And the return pass. And it's Ruiz. And Cucurella. And here's Oyarzabal. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Fernandes.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Dani Olmo. Always onto this. De Paul, and that's really well manoeuvred. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break, all square. And we are up to the break.
Well, I think it's been a fantastic watch with chances created at either end. But it has to be said, neither team have been particularly clinical with their finishing.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And we are back on the way. And he's forced to go back. Pedro Porro. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Oyarzabal. Spread to the right. He's having a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now it's Messi.
Such good technique.
Oh, he's bustling through here. Shot could... and the shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He did everything right in getting to the ball, but it's a bad one to miss.
And it's Olmo. Played out towards the right wing. Dani Olmo. Medina. Martinez. Martinez has found the net here, of course. Yamal. Some good work on the right flank here. And it's Cucurella. And that is wildly off target.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Almada. 60 minutes played. He's on it, can he get away? That is good alertness. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Dani Olmo. Finish! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
McAllister. And Fernandes, McAllister, Montiel. Stood up well to him there. Fernandes.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Ruiz. Lisandro Martinez cuts it out. McAllister. De Paul has been caught there, it's a foul.
Romero plays the return pass. Spread out to the left. It's come to nothing. Fabian Ruiz threads one in. Dani Olmo. It'll be a throw-in. It's a promising position. And the shot! But he's left disappointed.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Pressing high and with purpose. Romero, McAllister, Montiel, to Martinez, Fernandez, Martinez, and it's Ruiz. Half an hour gone in the second half.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
De Paul. Messi. And it's Olmo. Now this could be a chance. Dani Olmo. De Paul. Now it's Messi. That is good strength. He is through here. Fernandez shapes to shoot. Goal! Argentina! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Argentina leading now.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Rodri going forward.
Spain really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Messi. Fernandez. Palacios.
3 minutos de descuento.
And he's managed to get free. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Gonzalez. And it's Palacios. So that's it. It is all over. Spain can look back at this result with regret. A front foot... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim, but...
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even, and that's not a bad thing.
So things are underway. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Laporte. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, this guy...
He's having a hit! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Dani Olmo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Back to the keeper it goes. Laporte. That has not gone well. Messi is onto this. Fabian Ruiz. It's a pretty loose pass. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Good chance here! And he has kicked it out somehow!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And claimed it back swiftly. De Paul. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Armada. Well, that looks a decent ball. He's found the way through. And it's pulled. Martinez! Goal! Argentina! Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
Argentina are in front now. The game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your own.
Oyarzabal! No, not quite. The pass is intercepted. Cucurella. Now it's Oyarzabal. Shapes to shoot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Spain are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Chance! Off the post! And the shot! And that has fair fizzed.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
McAllister approaching the half-hour mark. Lovely pass, but can he get there? McAllister. Williams. He shifted it to the flank. De Paul. Messi. And it's McAllister. Tries to pass it through. Medina, who's set up one goal so far. Almada. Laporte gets across to intercept that. Pedro Porro.
Spain truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Martinez. Now Romero. Montiel. Now it's Messi. Argentina disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Medina. Not the most accurate pass.
Romero. And it's Messi. Yamal. Dani Olmo. Fabian Ruiz. Spread it left. Nico Williams in acres of space out wide. Fernandez. And it's Messi.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And he's intervened well there. Montiel. To Messi. Spread neatly. He has found the way through. Good read, needed to be. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Spain currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Spain really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Yamal. And it's Porro. Almada. And Medina. McAllister. Now it's Messi. Stood up well to him there. Nico Williams. Now it's Martinez. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Spain still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Now it's Oyarzabal. Good ball, good take. Now it's Yamal. Now it's Dani Olmo. And the finish! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Montiel. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well timed, excellent interception. Looking for the run. Your impression so far, Jim?
Spain are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
McAllister. Now he's running away. Now it's Messi. And here's Messi.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
That's a sharp pass. Romero kept his eye on it, and he's there. Turns back here, probably the best option. Almada. And Medina. That's been cut out, well played. And it's Olmo. Oh, super find. Almada. Medina. To McAllister. Fernandez. Now it's Messi. Oh, good spread. And here's the Paul.
That was lovely, that.
He's picked his way through. To Paul with the cross. Oh, great leap! Pedro Porro clears without hesitation. And here's Messi. Oh, now he can run away with it. And here's Lautaro. And Martinez! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Cambio de jugadores.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. And it's been taken short. Now it's to Paul. Oh, good climb!
could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Fernandez has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Now, this could be a chance. Oh, that's fabulous. Gonzalez. Fernandez. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Fabian Ruiz. McAllister. Nico Williams. De Paul wins the duel this time. Well, this could be it, past something close to a minor miracle.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Messi. Driving forward.
Such good technique.
And it's Olmo. Threads one in. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Cucurella.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Oh, that was vital.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
So that's it. It is all over. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
So things are underway. And this is Messi. In with the challenge. Rodri. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I can tell you that I'm a fan of this guy, Christian Romero, described by his national team boss as spectacular. I've always seen him as been brave, very aggressive defensively, but front-footed as well. And let me go into a little more detail on that, because some of the runs he makes are actually quite crazy, and there seems to be a recklessness about it and no order. And he just leaves it to whomever behind him to fill the gap. But I like that in his game.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And it's McAllister. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. McAllister is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Williams. Romero. Quarter of an hour played. Nico Williams.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Laporte. And it's Olmo. Williams. And he's picked it up out wide. Cuts it back.
Well, not the worst.
Goes for the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Almada. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Yamal makes a move down the right. Fabian Ruiz. Cucurella. Messi. De Paul. Messi. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And no, that was never going to make it. Fernandes. Fernandes is fouled. Oh, he's taken it. Oh, somewhat off target. Nico Williams. Messi. Fabian Ruiz. And here's Messi.
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Oyarzabal. Threads one in. And that is well cleared. Out of play for a throw. Rodri. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Cucurella. Now it's Williams. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Fernandes looking to pass their way up the pitch. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Almada. Now it's Martinez. Oh, that's delightful. And he plays one through. And Messi! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Almada. McAllister. Medina. Messi might just make this. That looks a good ball through. That is a brilliant interception. Montiel. That's it, 45 minutes up. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So neither side yet off the mark.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And so the action is resumed.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Almada. Great ball, and he's in here.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Williams. He's on it, can he get away? And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Now it's Messi. Now it's Martinez. Nil-nil still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Now it's Messi. And he's got away from him. And this is Messi. Well, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Dealt with nicely by the defence. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Romero to Martinez. Almada. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Medina picks it up out wide. Dani Olmo does well to get it back. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Yamal, and it's Messi. Laporte kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Martinez!
Now there's a terrific hit. Now this could be a chance. And the pass is intercepted. He's having a hit! But he's left disappointed.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
And here's Messi. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Pedro Porro wins the duel this time. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Fernandez. Almada. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Argentina, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Now it's Messi. Goes looking wide. It's a promising position. And here's Lautaro Martinez.
Argentina clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Messi. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Oh, he's goal side. Here's Oyarzabal. Oh, shooting chance! That's another chance! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Cambio de jugadores.
Spain with the corner, they're first. McAllister clears it away. Argentina are looking to go forward now. Well, there's the clearance. Simeone. And it's Messi. Pau Kubasi makes the interception. And now they can clear their lines. And here's Fernandez. And it's Rodri. Nicely weighted ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that's it. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Spain certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Not the most accurate pass. Pedro Porro. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, modern centre-backs are judged on their ability to defend. But this guy, Christian Romero, is a player who excels up front too. He loves every opportunity to make a forward run. And even when it comes to set pieces, he'll hang around for minutes thereafter in the hope that he might just get an opportunity. So yes, he's a centre-back, but a very different one.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Kubasi.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
That's destined for the flank. He's shifting through the gears here.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Argentina have it back and can go again. Almada looking for the run. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? That had too much on it. Romero gathers from the goal kick. Martinez. Now it's Martinez.
Oh, really well played.
Out towards the flank. Oh, Red, nice interception. Oh, that's... And Martinez!
Will simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And this is Messi. Laporte. Now it's Martinez. He's found a way through, and the shot! Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Spain really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Martinez, McAllister, De Paul. Can he get on the end of this? He's beaten the last man. Messi! Oh, he's hit the bar. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Messi must have been hit by a flash of doubt then. He complicated what looked like an easy opportunity.
Fernandez. De Paul. Now it's Martinez. Nico Williams. And Yamal. Yamal carries the ball down the right. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Spain truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Nico Williams. Nico Williams. It's a goal kick. McAllister. De Paul, who's set up one goal so far. Rodri running with intent. Now it's Oyarzabal. De Paul. Time and again they are repelled. Almada. Now it's Messi. He might be in here! Challenged just a bit on the firm side.
Argentina have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Threads one in. Cucurella. And for the first half, that is that. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Spain come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's De Paul. Nico Williams. Oyarzabal is onto this. Quickly taken. And here's Nico Williams. Fernandez. Almada. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Kubasi. And it's Laporte. It's a pretty loose pass. Spain still this single goal behind. Just eases him off the ball. Kubasi. Now Pedro Porro. Defending was strong and firm. Martinez. Montiel. And here's Messi. Knocks it into space. And that's gone loose. Montiel, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Messi goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Now, can they get him away? He's in a great position here. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Montiel. Your impression so far, Jim?
Spain are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
And this is Messi. He's in one. Great chance! And that's a tidy finish. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
So that's two now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Fernandez. Now it's Messi. It's a good foot in there. Just about up to 75 minutes. And it's been played through. Messi. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He is through here. Fernandez. Messi. And it's McAllister. Nicely weighted ball. De Paul. That has not gone well. Tries to pass it through. Messi has found the net here, of course.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Pedro Porro. Yamal receives it in a wide position. Dani Olmo. Quality ball. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Yamal. Yamal!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Argentina can make their change now with a break in play.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Fernandez. And Gonzalez. It's gone out for a throw-in. And he skips past his man. And it's Messi. Cucurella calmly anticipates. Romero.
2 minutos de descuento.
Montiel. Now Romero. Martinez. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And that's that. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim, but...
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. And we have our very first corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. He's having a hit! Oh, that was no routine save.
Lamine Yamal clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Cucurella. Nico Williams. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, modern centre-backs are judged on their ability to defend. But this guy, Christian Romero, is a player who excels up front too. He loves every opportunity to make a forward run. And even when it comes to set pieces, he'll hang around for minutes thereafter in the hope that he might just get an opportunity. So yes, he's a centre-back, but a very different one.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Succumbs to the pressure. Now it's Messi. Fabian Ruiz. Out towards the flank. It's not an especially good pass, that. So we're still where we started right now. Foot in. Nico Williams. Nico Williams making good progress. And that has been slung wide. Cucurella. The ball goes in. Chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Good movement there, but not the best of finishes.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Great pressure, plenty of it. Shifted it to the flank. And he skips past his man. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And this ended up in no man's land. And he's running. And Messi! It's bounced back off the post. Nico Williams. And Cucurella. Dani Olmo. Approaching the half-hour mark. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Montiel producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Messi. Nico Williams. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Good pressure, determined, intense. Spread it left. Almada. Now it's Martinez. Medina. And it's McAllister. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Williams. That is lovely. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Nico Williams really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Nico Williams. Cucurella has it in a white. Here's a shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Now it's Martinez. Now it's Messi. Pedro Porro cuts it out. Kubasi. And it's Laporte. Cucurella. And it's Messi. Rodri makes the interception. Yamal tries to pass it through. And it's half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Some first-half thoughts?
I think it's been a decent enough watch, despite the half stagnating a little, if I can put it that way, Peter. We want to see some of that craft we got to see earlier on in the game. Everyone's going to have to find a way to just up the standard again.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Spain have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Pedro Porro. Well, that pass isn't the best. And they're quick to get it back. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Dani Olmo. Nico Williams in acres of space out wide. Williams! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Almada. McAllister. He's picked his way through. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Rodri looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
Messi. Montiel. Fabian Ruiz.
Well, they can break here. And once more, he proves rigid and robust. There could be trouble here, but for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
And it's McAllister, played into space. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Pedro Porro.
Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them.
Now it's Williams.
Threads one in.
Montiel. For De Paul.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Tries to play it through.
They're back in possession and ready.
He's had a shot!
He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then.
Dani Olmo! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Fernandez.
De Paul. Nice bit of trickery and instinctive delivery.
Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Nico Williams.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Just about within shooting range.
Now it's Messi.
That's a nice... Oh, he's all alone.
Threatening run, but a measured piece of goalkeeping.
Well, his positioning was just spot on, and he made the goal look an awful lot smaller.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Now it's Dani Olmo.
Pedro Porro. Now, can they get him away?
Ah, that's a fine interception.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Spain have their third corner. That's rather hopeful.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away.
Yamal. Pass somewhat off target.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Martinez. Romero. Palacios. Shifted it to the flank.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And a chance! Off the post! Oh, shooting chance!
That's put paid to the danger.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Turns back here, probably the best option. That has not gone well.
And the referee brings it to a close.
So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to...
off the ball! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
More and more pressure on the ball here. He's found space here. Dani Olmo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Nico Williams. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, this guy, Alexis McAllister, is someone whose stock rose dramatically due to his exploits with the national side. But he's someone I see as a born footballer. I mean, he can play the 6th position, he can play in the number 8 position, but I feel he's probably best suited to the number 10 role because I think he has that creative edge, he has that...
Martinez! McAllister! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Romero, still goalless. Fabian Ruiz.
This is the time you need that pace.
Great vision. He's in plenty of space here. And that pass just didn't quite work. Great chance! Martinez. Messi. Now Martinez. Now it's to Paul. He's found a way through. Fernandez. Real chance! Goal! Argentina! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Argentina have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Dani Olmo.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Almost half an hour in now. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Almada. And it's Fernandez. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Fernandez. Now it's Messi.
Oh, really well played.
He's beaten the last man. And Messi! Goal! They are purring, truly purring. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So that's 2 now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.